Ja, herzlich willkommen hier mal wieder auf dem Kanal bei Fun&Joy Entertainment. Heute mit der NBA 2K25 mal wieder hier. Und ja, Warriors in meiner Form sind zu Gast bei den Hawks, wie auch in der echten NBA-Realität heute Nacht um 0 Uhr deutscher Zeit. Genau, ja, viel Spaß dabei. Wenn wir eventuelle Unterbrechungen haben sollten, dann bitten wir dies im Voraus schon bereits zu entschuldigen, da es hier zu kleinen Unterbrechungen kommen könnte. Das liegt ja einfach daran, dass wir dann einen Pausenbildschirm haben, aber es könnte kurz danach wahrscheinlich weitergehen. Ansonsten halten wir euch auf dem Laufenden. Viel Spaß und danke schon mal im Voraus fürs Zuschauen. Bis später.
On the floor for the visiting Golden State Warriors. At forward, Moses Moody. At guard, Brandon Pajemski. At center, Draymond Green. At forward, Jimmy Butler. At guard, Stephen Curry. The head coach of the visiting team is Steve Kerr. Number 18, Mo Gay. At forward, 6'8", number 10, Zachary Rizase. In the middle, 6'10", number 17, at guard, 6'7", number 5, Dyson Daniels. At guard, 6'1", number 11,
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And now we've got a chance to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Draymond Green.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively.
So, erfahrene Zuschauer auf diesem Kanal wissen, was das bedeutet. Wir machen erstmal den Spielerfokus auf Point Guard in meinem Fall. Mal sehen, was Axel auswählt. Viel Spaß.
He needs to get that passing element.
Ebenfalls Point Guard gegen Point Guard. Das wird auch ein Trae Young gegen Stephen Curry Match. Stephen Curry heute Nacht wahrscheinlich nicht dabei, weil er in der Realität verletzt ist. Vielleicht ist er kurzfristig wieder erholt. Ich hoffe es so sehr. Daher das Schlüsselduell. Stephen Curry gegen Trae Young. Jetzt geht's los.
Okongwu is out there with Rizase. And Gay is in at the 4 slot. And it's the Hawks to start out. Stan, what are you keeping your eye on here as we go down the stretch of the season?
Well, I like the battle for playoff positioning and seeding. I think home court is really, really important, especially, Kevin, and you've done a lot of them. When you get to Game 7 in a series, you want that on your home floor.
Now, here's Okongwu. On its way from Young for 2. Another miss by Young.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down the floor.
Going inside, here's Curry with the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
On the wing, Daniels. Back to Young. It's good.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler, and he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, here is Young, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Okongwu. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Okongwu. Young's got 5 now.
Well, you need to run Trey off of his shot. If Young gets into his jumper, it's normally going in.
Back to Curry. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Oh, great look there. Young off a pass would normally knock those down.
What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Curry with a wide open look. Sinks the triple. 11 points in the game.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. The Warriors, 4th.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they pass the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Young against Curry. On the wing, Daniels. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Now, here's Butler. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Atlanta. Curry outside. And it's Daniels with the rebound. And has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Young's shot is good.
Yeah, seemingly unlimited range for Young. He is always confident.
Outside Butler. Pass to Curry. Moody with it. Young's there. A nice shot by Moody.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Young from outside. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Daniels with it. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Inside. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at Golden State. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will.
And seeing where the Warriors are, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Okongwu. Back to Young. Puts up a three. And Curry pulls it down.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Podziemski finds Curry. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And checking out the numbers for Young. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 4th in free throw percentage, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. The Warriors making a switch here. Fields checked in. Golden State moving the ball around. And the three ball is good.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner. Loves pulling the trigger from deep.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams changing it up here. Let's take a look at the numbers for Stephen Curry.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here's Krejci. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Warriors foul. Armstrong. His first. Team second.
It's stolen by Kuminga. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Krejci, no good.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
We'll look now at the 2K leaderboard to find out which small forwards have had the hottest second halves of the season from the field. And you look at Peyton, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Terrence Mann doing just as much.
And that tells you about their ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively. I mean, because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of a percentage.
Yeah, as a wing, it can be hard to hit your shots at a high rate. I applaud this group for playing smart basketball.
Here's Armstrong. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
To stop the drought, and he comes up with the deuce.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Here's Armstrong. Butler passes to Armstrong. Takes it inside.
Well, there's Butler making the right play, as he so often does.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Krejci. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Substitution on the court.
"16 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's LeVert. Hasn't made one yet. Misses in close. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And one more thing they've done well tonight. They've attacked the rim viciously and have gotten a lot of points by just going at the defender.
Warriors leading by 5. We've got LeVert. Clint Capella is out there with George Niang. Then there's Reza Shea, and it's Krejci in at the point guard. So that's the Hawks 5. And for the Hawks, they're shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, this is Capella using his height the best way he can to save the possession.
For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against Toronto.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, they played with outstanding energy, communicated well, and were very disruptive defensively.
That ties it up. Krejci's got 5 points so far. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. And Kuminga throws it down.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Krejci. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. On the wing, Heel. LeVert defending. Got a piece of it. Here's Krejci. He has 5. Here's Reza Shea. And the basket by Krejci. Krejci's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Hawks. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Fires for 3. Missing that scoring opportunity, having a bad 3 for 9 shooting night. Curry kicks to Heel for 3. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Heel. 14 points for him.
Well, he's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Atlanta making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Golden
So ja, das kann aber nicht wahr sein, muss ich mal einfach mal kommentieren. Ich verstehe nicht, dass hier keine Pfeile, keine Rebound, Capella macht hier den Player of the Game und ist eine KI. Und das ist...
Pajemski finds Heel.
Yes.
Wow,
So.
magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
Magical Moves, richtig. Aber wir haben beide keine Assists. Das ist sehr interessant. Beide keine Assists. 0 Assists.
Krejci, that's good. That's LeVert with
0
the assist.
Assists. 27 beide. Also wir spielen sehr ausgewogen, aber auch sehr nervös.
And the Warriors with
Also mein erster Assist kommt. Jetzt weg.
Here's Post.
Nein, immer noch
It's
nicht.
out of bounds. The
Also
Warriors
nichts weitergehen.
in possession here. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Miami Heat. And then on Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Podziemski's shot is good.
This is what separates Green from most bigs, a point forward who excels at passing. And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
6 to shoot. Krejci, no good. Warriors leading by 3. In the corner, it's Healed. And another 3 for Golden State.
Da ist er. Erster Assist für Curry im zweiten Viertel. Faszinierend.
The last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Capella, the pass to Krejci. The rebound by Post.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Krejci passes to Man. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Krejci, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Down low. Here's Curry with the 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Krejci, guarded by Kerr. LeVert with a wide-open look. Buries it from 3-point range. LeVert's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Axel sagt dazu nämlich nur eins und das war...
Das ist wichtig und richtig.
Das war, meinst du? Das war schon gewesen.
Wichtig und es war
Richtig wichtig. So, weiter geht's.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Butler, he's checked in for the Warriors. Moses Moody comes in for Curry. 1:58 left in the first half. Butler passes to Moody. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Also auf die Rebound-Zahl von Clint Capella muss ich mir auf jeden Fall nachher mal angucken. Da bin ich jetzt schon gespannt.
That we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Young fires away from outside. Warriors with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Shoots it. The Hawks again can't hit. Warriors leading by 4. To the middle, Podziemski finds Butler.
Hier geht's ja gerade heiß her. Wilde Ballwechsel.
Young's got 16
Eine mal knappe Führung für die Warriors nach dem Dreier von Trae Young hier.
From him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
On the wing, Green. Covered by Okongwu. Hawk shooting 41%.
Ach, Mensch, hier geht's ab.
After Rizachet. Okongwu a screen. Teardrop shot. Young's shot is off. And you have to like
Jetzt kommt Podziemski all alone.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101. But boy,
Axel links drin mit der Team
such an
hier.
advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond.
And a deep three from Young. Again, Young missing. That's a 2 from Butler. Green for 2 points. And now a 5-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him. And the misconnection there. Hands guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Off the inbound pass. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Warriors on top, up 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and I think they've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan.
Man, it almost doesn't seem possible. You know what I'm talking about, Ernie?
Yeah.
Steph, just getting better? How can a guy get better as he gets older? Man, it goes a long way to his work ethic.
Yeah, his pregame is some people's game. And you know what we like to say? He makes it look effortless. And now, as the season winds down, a look at the Western Conference picture.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they're in good position. Definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding is how you're playing down the stretch. They're trying to dial it in. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Warriors leading by 5. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moses Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the 5. Pass to Young. And he makes good on the way up. Young's got 18 points.
Yeah, you love to see that. Really solid stuff from Young and close.
Curry with it. Okongwu covering. Curry dishes to Green. Outside Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Yep, it counts. Curry's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Warriors.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Back to Young. Plays it up and banks it in. Young's got 20 points.
When you watch Young, there's a courage to his game.
Here's Butler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle.
Ja, Testfrage an die Zuschauer hier. Wird es heute noch schaffen, hier mit den Atlanta Hawks bzw. dem Spieler Trae Young größtenteils ein Assist zu schaffen? Das ist hier die Frage. Ich habe immerhin einen, also es Hawks heute. Soll ich mehr, aber naja. Gucken, was passiert. Trae Young im Angriff. Das könnte fast Assist werden. Nein. Was verhindert? Gott sei Dank, Assist verhindert.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Here's Podziemski. Okongwu grabs the board.
Spannend wird heute.
Now got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Führung für die Warriors hier, 44-34. Und Rebound von Draymond Green.
Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now, here's Moody, defended by Young. Butler from outside. Butler loves the 3-point look.
He may not
So,
take a
10
lot
Punkte
of
Führung.
threes,
Wunderschönen Dreier.
but we know Butler is more than capable of knocking them down.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. All right, now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Atlanta. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs.
And right now for Atlanta, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. VA thanks. Lets it go from deep. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Young.
And he was hot from 3 to start this game. That's his first since halftime.
Podziemski, and he jams it with authority.
And Curry isn't just
Endlich der zweite Assist. Hier sehen wir ihn nochmal auf Brandon Podziemski. Durchgeführt von Curry. Wie viele Assists es hier heute von uns insgesamt geben wird. Schreibt es in die Kommentare. Macht Axel noch einen Assist heute Abend. Den Hawks mit Strayer. Da reden wir gerade davon. Ein Assist schon. Sehr gut. Gerade kommt er rein.
Outside Butler. Curry is inside, defended by Young. Back to Curry. 5 to shoot. For the 3. A shot that time.
Schön wäre es gewesen, aber war es leider doch nicht.
The defense should have done more on that last play.
Young looking around. Pulls it up. The Warriors pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. To the paint. Here's Moody. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Podziemski on the wing. Pass to Krejci. Here's Mann. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now let's find out which teams excelled from the free throw line in the season's second half. Number 5, the Warriors.
They are really dialed in at the line, especially since the break. I mean, really shooting an impressive percentage from the line.
Fields checked in for the Warriors.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in this second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about
but
now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Warriors leading by 9. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Down low. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Jonathan Kuminga. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Averaging 13 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, look, it's not about being a stat stuffer. It's about being a guy coaches can count on and an asset to the team as a whole.
And it's Butler missing. The Hawks trail by 11. LeVert the pass to Krejci. To the middle. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Krejci's got 12.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Pass to Spencer.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu. It's been a strong season for him. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. And the Warriors also making a change. Payton, he's checked in for Hield.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Spencer, the pass to Payton. Here's Spencer. Capella covering. Back to Payton. There's the pick. From downtown. Drills it from outside. Payton's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Inside. Here's Krejci. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Krejci's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
That one goes. Count it.
Butler on fire.
14.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And here they come. And it's Butler with the jam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clint Capella is out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Well, that's a smart play. Taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
Curry kicks to Hield. Curry setting the pick for Hield. Pass to Curry from deep. The rebound by Niang.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Warriors leading by 14. Curry with it. And guarded by Capella. Here's Post. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
Your defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Niang passes to Krejci. Puts up a deep 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Krejci's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this second half.
It's stolen by Capella. To the inside. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Curry. Yep, that one goes. Curry's got 22 points.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Here's Krejci. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
The shot by Curry, no good. The Hawks trail by 14. Pass to man. To the middle. Here's Krejci. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Golden State moving it around. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Krejci. Rebound by Post. Post has got 6 rebounds in the game. Curry against LeVert. The shot by Curry, no good. Hawks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Wallace is checked in for the Hawks. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Curry. Count that bucket. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Post. Takes a 3. And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got 27.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Wallace outside to end the run. And he recovers it.
Well, they're all over the offensive glass right now. And it's a big reason that they're ahead.
Das war ja wahrscheinlich ganz beabsichtigt, aber das war wirklich schön.
Curry attacking. Here's the floater. Post misses the shot. The Hawks trail by 16. Wallace outside. Pass to Capella. The tray. Wallace misses.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Golden State. Moses Moody comes in for Buddy Hield.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Warriors leading by 19. Here's Post. Pass to Podziemski. Curry with it. Clock at 6. No good on the triple. Here's Ricochet. Warriors with the rebound. Butler passes to Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Stronger than he
21 Punkte Führung hier für die Warriors. Ach, 20 im vierten Viertel und dann ist auch gleich Feierabend hier.
I'm wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Here's Gay. And Young kicks to Okongwu. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, Young's playmaking is very reliable. He's got impressive vision.
Green finds Butler. Curry with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Back to Curry. Misses from close range. The Hawks trail by 18. And here's Young from the arc. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. 26 points for Trae Young.
Well, you know this is coming with Young on the court. He's always looking for his next 3.
Curry is inside. Young's there. And now here comes Daniel. Leading the break. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Stephen Curry.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Warriors leading by 17. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Young for three. They get it back. The three. That shot misses. The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. Curry deciding where to go with it.
Ja, schönes Spiel, 84-65, das war's. Schönen Abend, hier noch die Statistik. Vor allem mal die gespannt bin ich besonders auf die Rebounds von Clint Capella, das werden wir uns gleich mal angucken. Und natürlich den Teamvergleich und einen schönen Abend. Bis später auf diesem Kanal.
That's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. We play together, play hard, to win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
Okay, ich nehme nochmal alles zurück hier. Okongwu hat auf jeden Fall am meisten Rebounds. 16 Rebounds geholt. Nicht schlecht. Krasse Statistik. So, also jetzt hier nochmal der Teamvergleich. Und bis später auf diesem Kanal. Später noch. Oder wahrscheinlich jetzt schon demnächst gleich in wenigen Minuten. Wird es hier stattfinden auf dem Kanal, das Spiel Split Fiction.